Okay, so you're interested in seeing a hypnotherapist or being hypnotized. Well, I think there are at least five things you should know before you begin this part of your journey to heal or work on an aspect of your life that you want to see positive change, something you want to manifest. Hypnotherapy and being hypnotized is a really effective way to create change in your life. But I do think there's some things you should know before you wander off in that direction. Okay, so number one, it is actually a natural state you go into every day of your life, at least once, if not more. And it is a state similar to when you are falling asleep. And we all kind of know that state where we're not exactly asleep, but we're not exactly awake. We're still conscious, but our dream life or that subconscious that we all have is starting to kind of bubble up. And that's always a really interesting time. Usually we just continue on to sleep, but sometimes you do get startled and you awake for some reason and you have memories of like what you were thinking about or what was happening in your dream life. So being hypnotized feels a lot like that. Another example of where you might be going in and out of being hypnotized is when you're on a long drive by yourself and the road is really monotonous and not much is going on and you're driving. So part of your subconscious is actually coming into play because so much of driving is like bodily memory. And you might have experienced, I think we all have at certain times on long drives, where our mind sort of starts to bring things up, things we haven't thought about, childhood, a moment that was really, kind of important, but we've not even thought about it in years. And it's just a natural state where things start percolating. Um, so that's number two. Number three is guided meditation. Now, before I studied to be a hypnotherapist, I did guided meditations in person and also online. And I therefore do feel there's a real connection between the two and a real difference. Now, guided meditations are great for relaxation, and relaxation is a huge component of being hypnotized. It's actually a very relaxed, comfortable state that a guided meditation can get you into that state. And in that state, you might experience ideas and thoughts and dreams. The difference with hypnosis is that typically, and what I'm going to describe is how I work and how I was taught to work, which means not just me, lots of people work this way. I work one on one and we have conversations. And so your personal narrative and your personal objective is woven into what is essentially a guided meditation. Hypnosis for me starts with a progressive relaxation. So it is very much a guided meditation and a breathing technique that's switching your focus and relaxing your nervous system away from fight or flight into a more receptive and expansive, safe space where your subconscious could come up. So, guided meditation is great, but to go one step further and say, like, oh, I have this, something in my life I want to see change. Hypnosis is a great way to do that. Even if it's just, I want more access to my higher self. I want more access to me, to all of yourself, to the whole picture, to the infinite self. So I'm all for guided meditations. I think they're lovely, wonderful things, and they can actually really decrease your stress and your anxiety, which is something that hypnosis is often used for as well. So, um, yeah, not negative towards guided meditation, but it is different. It's like hypnosis is like having a guided meditation that's made entirely for you. Um, and that is what makes it so powerful. Okay. 4. Um, so before you start working with a hypnotherapist, I do think the best way is if someone's recommended to you by a dear friend or family member. But if that's not the case and you're like the first of your group that's going to venture off into hypnosis, check out your hypnotherapist. Where did they go to school? Who have they worked with? Do they have a website? Do they have testimonials? Do they have a Google business profile? How long have they been working? Do they have a really good reputation? Are they renowned within the field? All kinds of things. And you may find that they don't have any of that. And you're like, well, what am I going on? I offer, and most that I know of my peers offer a 15-minute free consultation. So say you're interested in a hypnotherapist and there's like nothing online about them. I wouldn't say discount them entirely. I would ask if it's not clear to you. I would, it is completely okay to ask for a conversation before you start working with them. And like I said, I call it a 15-minute free consultation, and I have a video about that and about what a first hypnosis session is structured like, what to expect, so that you can kind of ease your own worries. And 5, kind of most importantly, again, if you want to experience hypnosis, there are YouTube videos. Just put it in the search, hypnosis. Hypnosis for anxiety, hypnosis for, um, you know, letting go. That's one that I have. And so, yeah, I also have hypnosis available on my YouTube channel. Um, and, you know, then you're just on your own doing it yourself, listening to an audio recording, video recording, a podcast, something, you know, Google it, look around. There's plenty of ways to experience it. And then after experiencing it in that form, which is different, even though I, again, offer it and it can be very powerful, the most powerful form of hypnosis is when you are working with a hypnotherapist one-on-one. But yeah, look around. There's a lot out there, and I hope this was helpful as well.